Okay. Hello again. Let me know if you can actually hear me this time. Um, y'all don't know the technical things that I've been going through this week, and everything has been everything has been like attached to this where it's just like everything technical that could go wrong has gone wrong. Let me know if you can hear me. I hope you can. You know what? Why not? Why not have it where this one is going to be the this one is going to be the technical difficulties one. Okay, great. Oh man. Okay. Whew. Hello, everyone. I'm Markeia McCarty. Welcome to the March live stream for Something Scary, where we're going to talk, we're going to have unedited scary stories, a lot of true stories, a lot of cryptids, kind of a thing. And after two stories, I have some big news that I'm going to be sharing with you. So make sure to stick around for that big news. Hello, my dark darlings. Oh my gosh. So many usernames that I know in here. Okay. So yeah, I hope that y'all had a decent March. I know that there is a lot going on right now. Uh war and everything with and then there's like a lot of things are going on with me. I'm sure a lot of things are going on with you, but I hope that in between all of those big moments that you've had, like that personal time for yourself. So, in any case, make sure that you're subscribed to Snarled and for YouTube. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss our weekly videos and podcasts and any future live streams. You'll get in your notifications. And if you like to listen to the podcast from an app instead, you can subscribe on Spotify, Apple, or wherever else you listen to your podcast. So we not just have it on YouTube, but we also have it in other places. So before we start, we always go ahead and light a black candle because even when you send in stories that you think aren't even a bit true, like you're like, oh, I completely made all of this up. Like, no, there's a bit of truth in everything. Something that you sent us was a reoccurring nightmare of yours, and that nightmare was inspired by something else. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and light this. As you can tell, I always keep a circle of protection stones around. And yeah, also, as always, let me know what y'all have been watching because you know I'm always looking for some more horror to focus on. Ah, black candles are my favorite. Hmm. All right, y'all. So, for anybody that's just coming in, we are going to do some scary, spooky stories. And then there is some very big news that will be happening, and y'all will be the first to know about it before anybody else. So, yeah, some of the videos that we've had lately, we have sleep paralysis and changelings. It seems like that's kind of hit a good note for y'all, or let's say like something that you can relate to. Oh God, it's the worst thing when you wake up and you can't do anything except like barely move your eyes. There's a movie that has that. I forget the name of it right now. If y'all can t- remind me, but it's all about this sleep paralysis demon that looks like a woman with like rags and everything flowing behind her. Horrifying. Love it. So, but yeah, and also let us know how you felt about Medusa. It's like these are all the things that happened between now and the other. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Okay. Uh, let's see here. So let's do a couple of shout outs and then let's go ahead and jump into a story. So, see right here. Um, so Ali V8 Nia, you just got your shout out. February was very difficult. I lost family, and yesterday my mom lost her job. So sorry to hear that. Uh, uh, I've lost family too, due to health issues, and my dad is not doing so great. So I completely understand where you're coming with that when it seems like a lot of not great things are happening right after each other. Um, so I'm glad that you could spend this time with us now to be able to connect with things horror, the horror that we choose, and to enjoy some of our community together. Um, Ahi Ahigao, a Yanni girl, you just got your shout out. Hey again. You had a fuller name now. Oh, Marco Baker, you just got your shout out. Oh, we converse on Facebook. Nice. Yeah, I've got like a Facebook page, y'all. So if you want to check out Markeia TV over MA Solko, hey, you just got your shout out. Medusa was a particularly cool story. Awesome. Well, you know how I love those twists, y'all. Love those twists. That's why I had to put in there that she was a tool all along. She was told by that by oh wait, I actually probably shouldn't give it away just in case you haven't seen it. But I just thought it was a pretty fun and powerful story. Mr. Wanapon, you just got your shout out. What causes sleep paralysis? You can Google this. I know that I've Googled it in the past, and I keep on forgetting every time after I do that. I mean, it's in layman's terms, it's like basically your brain wakes up before your body does. Like that's the most simple way to say it scientifically speaking, but obviously you can tell with our sleep paralysis demons that there are other explanations that could also be with that. And let's see here. America Marie, you just got your shout out. Story time. Oh, currently my mom-in-law is in a coma. I know she's in the in between. I will be sending some vibes, America, for your mom-in-law. Oh, okay. And then one last shout out. Cooking Cat, a hat in time. Good game. Hello, Snarled. Remember me? I was on your October stream. I love all of your videos. They are so awesome. Keep up the amazing storytelling. Can I have a shout out? Well, you just got your shout out. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, seriously, y'all helped get me through pandemic. I mean, I know, and thank you for a number of you that have reached out to me over social media and saying that I helped you, y'all helped me. Okay, so let's go ahead and do. All right, so I wonder if yeah, we've done that one before. Let's see here. Okay, all right, so let's go with this story, starting off from PETA. This story is from my mom's sister, Mossy. The story goes like this. My Mossy used to work in an all girls college in India. She was a teacher. Since it was all girls, they only had girls' bathrooms and one stall. A girl walked into the stall and felt like someone was in there with her. She felt a hand on her shoulder. She screamed and fainted. Another girl rushed in to help and came out crying. Thankfully, the other girl had gotten back up, but she was also crying. They called the headmistress, who ordered the bathroom to be closed. The girls couldn't explain what had really happened to them. They were just in shock. They were finally able to tell everyone that there was what they felt an angry presence in there, and there were marks on them, a faint mark of a hand on the first girl's shoulder. They called in an old priest who closed that bathroom and they ended up building another for the school. That same priest now works there and says no one uses that building and it is closed to this very day. Okay. Oh my gosh. There are certain places that I will not go. Like, I enjoy a good haunted place. I know that y'all know, like, the first Halloween during pandemic in 2020, I went to, like, my friend's super haunted apartment building and spent part of my Halloween there just because, it's good sometimes to feel the presence, to know that there's more out there, but there are some places I will not go. A haunted restroom, I think, would definitely be one. Um, keeping in mind, what is it? There's that Korean, demon, is it Hanako? We did a story on this one, a video story with where she was hanging from the ceiling and wrapped the girl up in her hair. Ooh, haunted restrooms, there's just no, that's a no thank you. Haunted restrooms and haunted hospitals. You could not get me in one of those. I don't care what you pay me. It's like Hanako. Okay. So, and yeah, let's see if y'all have any questions and everything. Let's do a couple more shout outs. Oh, Queen Antonia, you just got your shout out. Is it like, can I have a shout out? G Beans 1122. G Beans. That's cute. Is it green beans? Like, I like green beans. You just got your shout out. I love Snarled. Love putting it on in the background. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, there's a lot of I put zombie movies on in the background. I mean, just tell y'all some more about me. Kyra Camino, you just got your shout out. Like, love your videos. Uh, do, 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 do. Kiwi Bird, you just got your shout out. And Sydney X Fl- Florida XMS. Sydney X Flames, but it's got an X in there. You just got your shout out. Like, oh my God, I love you. Oh, thank you. And Chia, you just got your shout out. Your makeup is always amazing. Thank you. Yeah, it's spring, so it's lavender. Okay. So, how many stories have we done? That was just one story, right? Let's go ahead and do another story, and then let's I'll tell you the big news. So this one is someone who goes by the moniker Miss Anonymous. So I just wanted to tell you, you are and always will be my most favorite YouTube channel. I have been struggling since my Nan died. I was getting bullied at school and in my Girl Guides group, like Girl Scouts. I developed anxiety and mild depression. But there has always been one thing I've loved, and that is the scary and supernatural. I found your channel and it gave me something to help me get through and look forward to every week. You all are just the most amazing people, you, Sapphire, and your team I have ever seen. Mm. Things are now starting to get better for me. My bullies are leaving me alone. I will be moving up to senior section in a few months, and I've received help for my anxiety and depression, and your channel has seen me through it all. You've been a huge positive influence on not just me, but many other people, including close friends. I just wanted to say I respect you. Oh, and to tell you about one of my scary stories for your entertainment as a thank you. I appreciate everything you have done. Oh, Miss Anonymous. Okay, so here is their story. Like I said, I go to Girl Guides, and it's in a church hall. It's usually from 7 to 8:30. I was with my friend, who I'll call Ella. We were walking to the kitchen together to get something. To get there, we had to go a long way down a long, long corridor. Together, we rounded the corner onto the corridor, and I felt Ella freeze beside me. I looked up, and at the end of the corridor, I could make out the figure of a woman walking towards us. I grabbed my friend's hand and I dragged her back into the church hall. She then turned to me, her face pale. Did we just, was that just a but she couldn't finish her sentence. She and I were shaking with fear, and we agreed we would only go onto that corridor in a group of 3 or more. Oof. I hope you enjoyed it. It was rather terrifying at the time, to be honest. The worst part was that there was a man buried on the church grounds, so that just made it worse. Anyway, I guess I should say goodbye now, and until next time, sweet dreams. Thank you so much, Miss Anonymous. Oh, man, that is a heck of a fright when you see someone that shouldn't be there. Um, oh, Autumn, the Capricorn ascendant. Thank you. You just got your shout out. Yeah, all of these are dry runs for me. I'm reading them and discovering them in the same way that y'all are. Yeah, seeing someone who shouldn't be there. I mean, y'all all know that rhyme. Yesterday upon the stairs, I passed a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. How I wish he'd go away. And this one is the woman in the corridor. Mm. So, in any case, thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Anonymous. Yeah, I'm very emotional. I'm full of emotions right now, y'all. Um, so we've read through a couple of stories. Oh, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the big news, and then we will have either questions that y'all want answered, or I also have another movie. I also have another story that I can read. So, big news. I will be stepping away from something scary for yeah. So I will be doing that. It's kind of, think of it kind of like a mental health break kind of a deal. So I will be doing that. Um you will have stories and everything that I'm still, co-writing, producing, and narrating until the end of April. So this isn't like, da-da, now this is over. It's not like that. It's literally, you'll have all of April, and Snarled will be continuing forward with a new host, and they will be announcing that when the time comes. But yeah, I it just things came to a point. Like I said earlier in the stream, a lot of things are going on with my family and my dad, and I have to. I don't know how long the break will be, so that's why I'm stepping away. Um, for it, so that y'all can still, continue on and have horror stories with somebody with somebody to that will love horror as much as we all do. So, yeah. Like I said, that would be happening at the end of April. And yeah, if you have any questions with that, obviously you can ask here. And are like, follow me on social media, with all the things. I'm at Markeia McCarty on Twitter and Instagram, MarkeiaMcCarty, and Twitch and TikTok. I'm Darth Markeia, as in Vader, and yeah, anywhere that you put into your social media, Markeia, you'll find my social media stuff there. So, um, oh, Moon Knight. I've seen Moon Knight up to episode 4. I see Rolo Silver is asking that. I'm not going to say anything. I get a lot of screeners from different things, and Moon Knight. So, I'll do some shout outs and some more questions. Let's go ahead and do another story while process. And okay, so this story is from Louie. Hello, I have a freaky story to share with everyone. This is a true story that happened. Every night at about midnight, when everyone was asleep, I used to go to the pantry, which was a slide out. You could see the other side from one side, it had all the chips. So every night I would go there, grab a chip bag, and then listen to your podcast. But last night, when I opened the door, the food was not there, but there was something else. Across the cabinet, a tall, dark, skinny thing was staring back at me. I blinked and it was gone. I never did that again. The next day, my mom found the food in the closet and I never told anyone. I have no idea what happened and it's freaking me out. Do you think something was there messing with me? How can I be sure there are no spirits in my house? I love your podcast and I've been listening to them for so long. I love them. If you choose to pick this one, then call me Louie. Love your podcast. Bye. Yeah, there's a number of ways that you can find out if there is something in your living space. You can sage. You can also, I do recommend leaving your space for a while. It's as in a couple of days, if you can. Obviously, I don't know your age or anything like that, but if you can like just get away for a couple of days, usually that can like clear your spiritual palate, and then when you come back in, you'll be able to feel if there's something there. Like it's like being used to something, leaving and then coming back. So, I mean, that's a good way to be able to tell as well. But there's a number of stones you can use. Black tourmaline is a top one for me, and there are sprays that you can do, like Palo Santo oil. Like you can get that in a spray. That's something that you can utilize. Like I have a spray that I had made, which is black tourmaline, sage, and Palo Santo oil, like all together in a spray, and I use that to cleanse. So let's see here. Let's do some more. Do, 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 do. King Exquisite, you just got your shout out. Hey, I am Markeia's fan. Oh, way to spell my name right. And I'd love to hear something scary. Awesome. O'Neill Simpson, yes, they are back again. Oh, thank you for using they. Yeah, I'm a she, they, y'all. Nino Aclisa, you just got your shout out. When did you get obsessed in horror? When I was 8. It was a very big connecting point with me and my dad. So some of the movies that I watched were like favorites of his, like Diner, which is all about cannibalism, very old movie. Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is a version of Killer Santa Claus, kind of a deal, and of course Freddy Krueger. And I think really Freddy Krueger is what really got me into horror because I thought that was so cool. Like they came up with someone that you couldn't escape, like, he would be in your dreams because 'cause you'd have to sleep. I loved that. And honestly, Freddie might have been my gateway drug into everything else, but it was all because of my dad. Kyoko Kirigiri, you just got your shout out. It was my birthday on March 11th. Happy belated birthday to you. Do. Let's see. Ultimate 616, you just got your shout out. I just discovered this content on the podcast app and I can't get enough of it. Awesome. Yes. Welcome. You've got so many years you can binge. There's like over 230 episodes as right now. So you can you could watch this for a very long time. Gavin Budney, you just got your shout out. Hey Markeia, just watched the latest podcast. The last story gave me chills. Great jobs as always. Awesome. Yeah. Myself, Janine Pope, and Sarah Lukasiewicz. Sarah curates and Janine writes, and I story edit. With like we adapt y'all submitted your fan submitted stories, and y'all are I've just really enjoyed everything about this. um Opie Ayani girl, you just got your shout out. I hope we get another black story narrator. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I definitely hope it's going to be a person of color, so it's a good point. Yeah, a woman of color would be very nice. Little girl, I don't know. Little girl, I don't know. You just got your shout out. Take as long as you need, Markeia. We love. Hopefully, your dad gets better. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. Nubian Queen. You just got your shout out. I feel like I'm being dumped. Oh, y'all aren't being dumped. Y'all aren't. It's just it's literally I know me and I have got to take this break and I don't know how long it's gonna be. So it'll be good for to keep everything moving. And who knows, in the future, might drop by to do a visit and everything. But just follow me on social media, and y'all will. There's so many other things I do with like tabletop role playing games, and yes, horror element to those. Like there's so much that we can talk about, including Marvel, DC. Y'all see the stuff that I have behind me, so like I'm a professional host and producer. I do a lot of stuff, y'all. And there's a lot of other opportunities for us to connect over horror and other subject matter. Mhm, mhm. Let's see. Bria King. Did I already give you a shout out? You just got your shout out. What's your favorite urban legend of all time? Can I get a shout out? Love you so much. Favorite urban legends of all time. Um, the Smiling Man. Oh God, he is. Can you imagine that? Like just going down a street, minding your own business, and then there's something there, and it's smiling at you, just grinning from ear to ear, unnaturally stretching and just staring at you as it gets closer and closer. And Bright Like Knives is based on a true story that my friend experienced with the Smiling Man. So if you want to check out that video, that's written by Ivan Salazar, my friend. You can check that out. Also, Candyman. If you couldn't tell, I made sure that we had Candyman for Black History Month. Is like that was like a definite. And Janine and I twisted that in a certain way where it's just like, yes, we had to have a Candyman. Candyman's a big one. Urban legend. Um, let's see some other ones off the top of my head. I mean, I know the ones that are super popular, like Jeff the Killer. Everybody knows Jeff the Killer, and Bloody Mary. But for favorites, I like the Tokoloshi. Those are is South African. It's these little things that bite your feet when you're in bed. I think we even did a video of that one, the Tokoloshi. So yeah, there's a nice one. Cat Kitty, what do you think was the most gruesome horror story? Like gruesome? Like are we talking like Saw, like 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 slash and dash kind of a thing? Um Gruesome. I mean, I guess gruesome as in like cutting people up and like the like that. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Texas Chainsaw Massacre for super super gruesome horror stories or like horror movies. I mean, because it's like that dude does not stop. I mean, he's like Jason, but with less personality and more killing, if that makes sense. It's like I don't know, but, I know that they did a remake on that. I watched it. I think it's on Shudder or maybe it's on Netflix if you wanted to see the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I'm talking about the old school one. Mhm. So, let's see here if we have, oh, Rosie Carter, you just got your shout out. I love your lipstick. Thank you. Went for the lavender. Um, so Oh man, Harley Winter. Did I already give you a shout out? Well, you just got your shout out. Hey, just spent all day in the ER and found out some bad news about my aunt, and your voice is making everything better. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Um, well, I'm glad that you're here with us, Harley, to like just spend this time and connect over horror stuff, to get your own kind of, you know, mental health break or like rest from what troubles you right now. Okay. Let's do this one from let's do this one from Anandita, because they wrote a poem, and you know how I feel about my gruesome horror poems. So, and then that's why y'all can cultivate a couple of more questions. And anybody else who has just gotten in, I mean, after this story, we can go back over what I've already said. Dearest Markeia, I've been listening to your podcast for about a year, and whenever I hear your voice, it always calms me down. The stories which I hear from you, it just adds a whole new level of thrill, curiosity, and spine chilling moments. Anandita, I had written a poem for a project in school. I really hope that you and our dear viewers and listeners will like it. Here it goes. Another night for hunting the vulnerable. The moon is up high in the dark and sleepy sky. Hearts of the demons and ghouls are palpable while bidding goodbye to their masters in the hills up high. Beware, my friend, beware. The hyena you see there might just bring your end. Do not wander around alone in the dark, my pal, for you might just become a scrumptious meal for a ghoul. Now I'm walking around looking for my friend. Then all of a sudden, I hear sounds that pierce like a dagger, hissings like a snake, and screams like a deer. I see a human life being eaten to its end by my peer. The six eyed demon Alberto, who has lovely maroon red hair, was finally generous enough to leave me something to eat. For I, the one eyed demon Rebecca, shall have my meal in great glee. Thank you. Thank you, Anandita, for your poetry project that you did in school. I love that it was horror based. You know, you can make just about anything horror based if you really, really want to. Yeah, creepy poems are amazing. Miwu, you just got your shout out. Sasha JP, new to your page, but I love every story. Wish you could do some Caribbean West Indies. Yeah, Sasha, you just got your shout out. Yeah, we have one if you want to check it out after this is over. This is gonna be over in a couple of minutes. We have Demon in the Elevator that I co-wrote with Sabina, that was our story coordinator before Luca. And I really like that one. That we do the how do you say it? The dupty. It's a Caribbean demon. Well, it's a demon in different places, but it's predominantly Caribbean. So I really like that story. It has a number of twists in it. If you want to give that a scare. RBG Court, you just got your shout out. What is your favorite horror movie jump scare? Oh, okay. Um, I mean, I would have to keep it classic because we're talking favorite of all time, like the goat. I it has to be Freddy. When his hand comes up through the bed and he like kills that person and there's like blood like dripping from the ceiling. It's like that you never saw that coming. Like second runner up to that is probably Freddy again, and the bathtub. When you're in a bathtub, you don't expect for a hand to just like a hand with knives to appear and then like drag you under for you to like drown in your own bathtub. I mean, those are classic, but those are so good. And if y'all haven't seen those, I can't recommend the Freddy Krueger franchise enough to y'all. Paimon, you just got your shout out. Have you ever been in a paranormal experience? Yes, I have been in a number of them. I could probably do my own whole podcast or at least TikTok story time of my paranormal experiences. And little refresh there. So yeah, that is a thing. Um, so let's go ahead. Actually, that might be a thing. Yeah, if y'all follow me on TikTok or whatever, or you want to hit me up on other social medias, give me ideas that y'all would want to see. Because after I come to like a mental rest point, I'm going to be creating stuff again. So what should I put out there? Let's do this last scary story and then some shout outs, and then we will call this a live stream. And y'all have heard all of this first, but there will be a video coming. There'll be a little intro on the video that's coming out on Tuesday so that everybody else knows. But since y'all joining us on the live stream, you get to know first about me taking a rest and stepping away. So for this story, this is from Cecilia. When I was 10, I used to live in a house that looked real nice, and on the inside, the house was beautiful. The houses I used to live, you would hear you could hear the dishes being washed. You could hear my old music box playing my music every time I would go into my room. You could hear someone telling me to come to them. But then when I would go to where I heard the voice, I would see a woman. She was wearing a maid's outfit and she was very beautiful. She told me her name was Anna Whittier. I didn't know that we had a maid. I asked my mother and father who the new maid was. They asked for her name and I told them she's Anna Whittier. They said that they didn't have a maid by that name. It might have been my imagination, but it wasn't, because the next night I heard the dishes being washed again. I heard my name being called again, over and over. So I went. I went and I checked the kitchen, and the dishes weren't even clean. So, what was that noise? The radio turned on with an old fashioned music, but when I turned it off, I turned around and there was Anna Whittier. She said to me, "It's your turn now." She had a knife and I screamed. My mother and father woke me up in the kitchen. I was holding a knife in my hand. I was screaming, "It's my turn now." We left the house that same day. We didn't turn back to get anything that was important to us. All of it was just stuff. We left. I asked the new owners when I was 15, did this house used to have a maid? He said yes, there was a maid. Her name was Anna, and she had killed a whole family and then herself. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Oh, I am so glad that your parents got you in time. I bet they're glad that they got you in time. There's a number of people that are a lot more receptive to outside influences and spiritual influences. And when that happens, they'll find themselves doing things that they normally wouldn't do. Oh man. MA Salco, that's a ghost doing dishes sounded too good to be true. Yeah. Uh every now and again there'll be a ghost that'll do something nice for nice sake, but I That is horrifying. Someone that you bring into your home, I'm sure she had references and ended up killing the entire family. Not only that, but that spirit not being satiated and wanting to continue to kill. Mm. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's do a couple of other shout outs. King Exquisite again. Will we still be your dark darlings? Always, always and forever. I love y'all's dark humor. For instance, it's some of the comments that y'all would have on the videos or like in TikTok or on Instagram would just like get me really laughing because you know what I always say, horror is life, and to be able to choose it means a lot. And then also being able to make these like humorous remarks about it as well. Let's see here. Do we have any other? Okay, Solo Wolf One, you just got your shout out. We're going to miss you, Markeia, but I understand that you need to take care of yourself. Good luck. Oh, thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Opie, a Yanni girl, you just got your shout out. I'm actually sad now. Can we at least play the game together? Oh, well, I'm more than likely after like my little bit of a break. On if you want to follow me on Twitch, that's Darth Markeia. I will definitely be streaming some games over there. Goodness knows I have enough horror games and Marvel games and everything like that. I have a PS5. I'm gonna do Miles Morales. I haven't played that yet because I was like, oh, I'm gonna stream this for the first time. So it's like I will be doing that. I mean, we'll be doing all these things, and I'll even be doing more voiceover stuff. There's a number of projects that I'm pinned for that, though when those come out, that'd be something as well. So, all right, y'all. Okay, that's a good question. Quick question before you leave: cats are dogs? Um, I grew up in a dog family, but I very much appreciate my friends' cats because I find them hilarious. They're so full of personality and they don't give a crap. And I love that about with cats, at least my friends' cats. I do not own pets. But if I could, I'd go for a dog first before I'd go for a cat. So if that answered your question. Okay, last question. America Marie, what's the first thing you're going to do when you take off? Thank you for asking that. I am going to WonderCon this weekend. I have a couple of panels that I'm on that has to do with TTRPGs, tabletop role playing games. So, and I can actually, I have this up on my social media, but it makes sense for me to just go ahead and say it here as well. Um, WonderCon is it's kind of like Comic Con. It's done by the same people, but big old it's just a big old nerd fest where you can do everything from like cosplaying and panels to do with a whole lot of things. Like we want to run a Kickstarter. I've been on a number of Kickstarter panels because I'm also the marketing manager for Hunters Entertainment, which is an indie game developer. They do Outbreak Undead, which is a zombie survival game, of course. And I even did 2 seasons of the Outbreak Undead, one on Hunters Entertainment on Twitch, which you can still see, and it's on YouTube. Hunters Entertainment or Hyper RPG did the second season of Outbreak Undead there. So yeah, I will be at WonderCon Saturday, 1 p.m. in room 300B. I'm on the panel of the State of Play 2022, where tabletop games are taking over. So discussing that with some amazing people like writers for Dungeons and Dragons and everything that's on that panel. And people from Critical Role, a person from Critical Role company will be there as well, talking about things. And then on Sunday, April 3rd, for 2022, at 2:30 p.m. in room 300D, I will be on the panel Meet the Extraordinary POC Taking Over the Tabletop Role Playing Game World. So, a number of people, yeah, y'all. So there's a lot going on, and I know the people at Snarled are going to still be doing some community posts. And like I said, we still have April, so connect with there. And there's weeks of stories left. So right, I made this one a little bit longer because this is our last one for the foreseeable future. I very much want to thank y'all for being a part of this journey with me. This was almost 3 years of producing, co-writing, and narrating, sharing these horror stories, this horror life and culture with y'all. And I really appreciate it. There's a lot of growth that I know that happened on my end, and I hope that it happened on yours as well. So yeah, enjoy the stories that are coming in April. We worked extra hard on them because I wanted to leave y'all on a really good note. And there's some real messed up stuff that's going to be coming your way horror wise, and I'm looking forward to how y'all react to it. So otherwise than that, um, yeah, I very much enjoyed our time. And Pulsic, what you do? Pulsic Wid, you just got your shout out. My cousin loves your videos. We've been watching your videos for 2 years. Sending love from India. Thank you. Um, uh, is it Maritha Walmarens? You just got your shout out. You'll always be our lector of darkness. Can I put that on a T-shirt? Lector of darkness. It's like Hannibal Lecter, but lector of darkness. And on that note, my dark darlings, thank you so much for all of this. And this is a goodbye in this shape and form, but follow me on social media, and it'll be more like a so long. So so long, my dark darlings, but always sweet dreams.